Hello, and welcome to the finale of our Pokemon X Randomizer Nuzlocke. Today, we either end as champions or we end leaving with our tail between our legs and a wiped team. So, hopefully, we can go and do the dang thing for the final time here in the Kalos region. But before we do that, let's go into a quick team recap. First up, we have Vandy Sr., the Crocodile with Crunch, Earthquake Strength, and Power Up Punch. Next up, we have Offline, the Heatran with Rock Tomb, Crunch, Earthquake, and Lava Plume. Then we have Lori, the Floatzel with Ice Beam, Aqua Jet, Waterfall, and Surf. Next up, we have George with Heavy Slam, Yawn, Return, and Crunch. And we have the Fainted Bury, unfortunately, died on the first Elite Four member. And last but not least, we have Keegan the Heracross with Shadow Claw, Earthquake, Close Combat, and Mega Horn. So, whew, we are here. We are finally here. I want to thank you guys for the continuous support that you've shown me this week when it's been kind of crazy with the schedule and stuff and not being able to kind of stick to our normal uploads. It's been a wild week. It's been a wild ride as well as we've made our way through this region. We have like almost what, a half a box of deaths. It's been crazy. It's been kind of wild. Lost some powerful mons on our way here too, which is absolutely insane. And I think just for nostalgia's sake, I used to always do this as a kid. You gotta save before you get to the champion. When you're right here, right before the champion, you take a quick break, you save, you gather yourself, and I didn't actually heal up my team the way I wanted to, but that's okay. So today, obviously, the plan is to hopefully beat the champion here. And then I actually was reminded that there is another fight after this, the AZ fight, which, you know, we might end up doing. It kind of depends how long this battle takes. AZ, I think, only has, well, he'll actually have 6 months, so it'll kind of be like taking on the champion all over again. So that would be interesting. We'll see how this goes. First things first, we got to get through this champion, and she leads off with an Ekans. Alright, so not bad for us here to start things off today. We're obviously going to get that Intimidate. And I'm just going to slap this thing. Actually, this kind of smells like a perfect opportunity to go maybe set up a little bit here. So I'm going to do that. I am going to take every advantage that we can possibly get. It's going to go for Coil, which actually is slightly terrifying. Even though it is just an Ekans, it's a little scary. So I think the plan here, I'm going to go for one more. I'm going to get to +2 here on our attack. And then that was actually a crit. And then when I start going for Earthquakes and all that good stuff, here comes a Gunk Shot. And that was a boosted Gunk Shot. Did not do a lot of damage. We did get poisoned though, which is unfortunate. We do have some full heals that we can use, or full restores, which would be more preferable, I think, if we need them. And quite honestly, if that's the best it can do, I see no reason why we don't go for another one. And here we go, get the +3. So actually, we could just go for one more. And I actually wouldn't mind her using her potions to heal up this thing rather than having to heal up something else that could be more powerful she might have in the back of her party. So I'm going to go for one more. I'm going to kind of assume, yes, she's going to go for the full restore. I'm going to hit it with one more power-up punch, and then I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Probably actually hit it with one more power-up punch, and then we'll heal up ourselves. And then we'll go for the Earthquake. That way we won't have to worry about getting poisoned and getting crapped on by whatever comes in next. I would like to stay in if possible, obviously. Where is our full restores? There they are. If we can stay in on whatever comes in next, since we are +3, I believe. +3, +4. It would be nice to actually take advantage of that, since we did waste the PP to do it. Alright, now here's the kind of hoping we don't get poisoned again. I really hope we don't. We don't. Perfect. All right, so let's go for the Earthquake here. Let's take this Ekans out, and let us see what this champion has for us. What is the next mon in this championship battle? Next one is a Trevenant. Ah, that is unfortunate. Ooh, it's risky. It's risky. I don't know why my ribs hurt right now. It's risky because we could go for a Crunch for +4. Do we take this thing out? I feel like we take this thing out. It's a little risky. A Hornleech would probably kill us. But I feel like we are set up. If it doesn't take this thing out, then I don't know. I don't know what would. We're +4. It's a Stab Crunch coming in from... Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Good night, Trevenant. Good night, my friend. Alright, and Chestnut is going to come out next. And that we cannot... I don't think we can stay on that. I think that's a little bit insane to stay in on a Chestnut. Now, What do we go into? Offline obviously seems like a good choice. A ground type move would hurt. Not really sure if you get access to ground type moves. Lori and George not really in the question here. But we could go into Keegan and Mega Horn this thing. I think offline might be the best decision here, though. Let's go into offline. I think offline is the best choice out of those two options. It does kind of suck that we didn't really get to use Vandy that much, and we spent a lot of time to set him up. But, you know, getting rid of 2 Mons and a Trevenant could have been a threat, and we didn't really have to worry about it. So I'm just going to go for the Lava Plume here. I'm kind of upset that I did not heal up my party before we came into this battle. That's okay. It just barely misses take out the Chestnut, and he goes for the Hammer Arm. We're already damaged, and that is going to take us out. Okay, well, that's an oopsies. That's an oopsies. Wow, okay. The Hammer Arms are come out. The speed is dropped. You might go for a full restore here, and that sucks. That actually really sucks. Let's go for the Mega Horn. There comes the full restore. Now, we can take a... I think that Keegan can take a Hammer Arm. Obviously, not super effective, but I'm going to go for another one. It did do a decent amount of damage. I really hope this Hammer Arm could actually really do us in. Here comes Wood Hammer. Ooh, dude, this thing's not messing around. Okay, that's fine. The recoil damage is going to take the Chestnut out, and whew, Keegan hangs in there. All right, Leafeon's going to come out next. And it's unfortunate that we just lost our Heatran. Let's actually stay in here, though, because I think that a Mega Horn is going to do a butt ton of damage, but we are going to heal up, just to make sure, just to be on the safe side. I don't think Leafeon gets anything too wild that could touch us and really do a lot of damage. Goes for the Sunny Day. Interesting strat. You're gonna start solar beaming us into next year? Is that what's gonna happen? Is that what you're trying to do? Alright, that's fine. I'm going to go for the Mega Horn again. And here comes the Leaf Blade, which we should take no problem. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's good. Alright, the Mega Horn comes out. Should be super effective. It should do a butt ton of damage. Keegan's got a very good attack stat. And I'm going to hang on to our Mega Horns here. I'm actually going to go for a Shadow Claw. It's going to go for Synthesis. So that's actually an issue. That's annoying, is what that actually is. Because it's going to force us to have to use a another Mega Horn here. And it's probably going to make us run out of Mega Horns. So let's go for a Mega Horn. It's going to go for Synthesis and be at full health. This is kind of obnoxious. Because we really... I guess we could go into George, and George would be able to take this thing out eventually. At some point, my voice keeps cracking, and it's very obnoxious. Very obnoxious. The last episode, my voice just does not want to cooperate. Another Synthesis. Wow. Look at this. Look at this cheese the champion of the Kalos region is pulling out right now. Look at it. This should take this Leafeon out. Okay, it does. I think we have one Mega Horn left, and I bet you the rest of this team's going to be grass. She's going to have the rest... Yeah, it's a Weedle. Okay, interesting. All right, well, we're just going to stay in. I'm not going to use Mega Horn, but I think I might just go for an Earthquake, try to take this thing out. I think this is our second to last Mon, is it not? It does, in fact, take the Weedle out. That's good. I would be kind of upset if it would have lived. And a Blastoise is the final Mon. You know what I kind of wish I had right now? A Mon that knew Explosion. Alright. Blastoise. So Vandy, not the best. Really, we have nothing to hit this thing super effective. But I think George comes out here. I think we yawn and start returning this thing. That's kind of my plan here. Level 68. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Okay. Actually, let's just test the waters. Let's see how much return's gonna do. Oh, it's Mega. That's right. She has a Mega. No, Hayes, you should have put it to sleep. You should have yawned. That's not good. Let's go for the Rain Dance. This thing gets Aura Sphere. I do believe. I don't know if you have it at this level, but I do believe you get it. Okay, we'll get this thing for return. That's a good amount of damage. All right. No, I wanted to go over to... Dang it. Well, there's a Hydro Pump. We are especially defensive. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. The fact it's going for Hydro Pump, I don't know. I hate that I went for that. So, I really didn't... Steel's not very effective against water. That's actually a thing. I've been doing that. I did that a couple times this LP, where I accidentally used Heavy Slam, or I thought Heavy Slam was just going to do neutral damage against water types, and it resists it. It's interesting. That's just interesting to me. All right. So, Hydro Pump has 5 PP. I think 5 or 10. Alright, so here comes another one. The problem with that misclick is now we are going to be stuck in a cycle, it seems. which is unfortunate. So the last thing that I really want to be in is a cycle with Hydro Pumping Mega Blastoise. What I do want to see, though, is... I mean, I don't think we're in a situation where we gotta sack anybody. But if we do get into that situation, I just want to be ready. We have 82. I don't know if we'd even live that. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and heal up again. I don't really want to risk it with George at this moment. I don't feel like we need to. We have abundance of healing items. I really can't remember if Hydro Pump... I think Hydro Pump is 5 PP. There is number 3. I do believe that a crit would either do... It's either going to put us into the red or kill us. I'm not exact. I think it would put us into the red. I don't think it would actually take us out. So I think regardless, even though... I mean, a rain boosted Hydro Pump, we should be able to... Even with a crit, we should be okay. Which is kind of wild. There's the crit. Okay, so we do, in fact, take it. And the rain has stopped. So, obviously, what sucks here... Part of me feels like this is going to... This Mega Blastoise is going to go for Rain Dance. So I kind of want to go for Yawn. But if I am wrong and George goes down, that would be unfortunate. Yeah, that's what I thought. They probably saw the fact that it could probably take me out and decided it was going to go for it. So, all right, we can eat that. Let's go for the Yawn. Here comes the Rain Dance. Okay, good, good. That's what we needed to have happen. We need to go for the Yawn, and then we're going to heal up, take another Hydro Pump, and then return this thing to Oblivion. That is the plan. This is kind of what I was expecting, like, her rest of the routine to be, would be, like, Megas that she didn't have to evolve. That would have been fun. Iron Defense. Alright, so this Blastoise has been snooping. It knows our plans. That's okay. It's going to go to bed. And we are going to... I guess we could try crunching it, see if we get a defense drop, but that's okay. We're going to go for another return. Even when he's sleeping, he's still faster than George. George be so slow. And, alright, so that's going to take him another probably 2 turns, I would think. We do get the second turn of sleep, which is awesome. I don't think we normally get that, so that's pretty huge. All right, we are in the red. I think one more return should do the trick. She does have another full restore, which is unfortunate. It's just going to continue to prolong this, but that's, you know what? That's what we're here for. Ain't no speed up this time around. All right, the rain has stopped once more. I believe you might go ahead and try to set up again, so I'm going to try to put you to sleep. Yep, there is the Rain Dance. We're going to get a free Yawn off. Put you to Betty by his next turn, and then... I kind of want to go for Crunch. I think Crunch lowers... I think it's defense. I could be mistaken, but I think it's defense. It might be special defense, but... There's the second. There's the second Iron Defense, which is slightly obnoxious. It would be nice to have Bury right now. I feel... Okay, let's... I mean, if we get the drop, we'd know. Okay, we get the drop, and it lowers its defense. That's huge. So I think what we might actually do... Okay, so now it's back to +1. I'm going to go for another Crunch here. Hope this thing does, in fact, stay asleep. And hopefully it stays asleep next turn as well. And I'm going to kind of hope for a second defense drop so we can put this thing back to neutral. And then that does so much more damage. That was actually a crit, and we get the drop. Huge. Okay, now I think a stab return is our best option. We get another turn of sleep, which is absolutely critical. And can we get maybe a crit ourselves? Speaking of critical, no, we can't. All right, the Crunch... Well, the Crunch was a crit, and that's why I did so much damage. I'm just going to go for it again. Oh, there's a chance he probably wakes up here. She has another full restore. My goodness. That's 4 full restores. I didn't realize I know, even though she's a champion, I did not think she'd have that many. That's okay. Another Crunch is going to come out and is like 0 damage, but we get the defense drop. So now this Blastoise is at -1, I believe. I'm not quite sure if Iron Defense is +2 or +1. I'm actually going to assume that it's +2. So maybe it's still... I think at that point, it'd still be at a +2. And I should have gone for a Yawn there. I did not mean to, I didn't really think my turn through there, I just kind of clicked, so, you will. You will. I am kind of fishing for that another defense drop, which we don't get. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing to sleep again. There comes another Iron Defense. This thing is obnoxious. This thing is obnoxious. I love Blastoise, I really do. That was my OG. That was my OG starter back in the day. And, you know, so I'll always love Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise, but this is slightly annoying. Alright, well, it's gonna go to bed again for, what, the 3rd time, and I feel like we can continue to try to get these defense drops, but it's just gonna be able to use Iron Defense, where I think we're better off at this point just spamming these moves until, what does no damage? That is absolutely nothing. I mean, we could put Keegan in here, and just start firing off some Mega Horns and Shadow Claws, and hopefully we get some decent damage. But what sucks is our special attacker It's a water type. So that kind of stinks. But I guess crunch. We'll just keep going for the crunches. I know Iron Defense is a lot of PP. I'm sure it's up to the 20s, 15 or 20. So I'm not gonna try to stall that out. That sounds like a losing battle to me. We're just gonna keep trying to whittle away at this thing. I mean, if that's our last full restore, then we should be okay. I mean, regardless, we have ways we can kind of play around. Oh my god, that does no damage. We have ways we can play around between sacking people off and doing what we need to do. This is last fight. I'm not too worried about it. I think for the AZ fight, honestly, if I have to grind for it, I'm probably not going to do it. I might try if we have at least 3 Mons, but that does 0 damage. We've already lost 2 Mons, and we grind up to level 60-something, so I'm not sure. We'll see. Here comes a Skull Bash, so tucking his head and raising his defense even more, and man, this thing is really walls you if you don't have a special attacker. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep going for returns. Here comes the Skull Bash. We don't have the best physical defense in the world, but Blastoise is not a physical attacker. We eat that quite well. Quite splendid, if I do say. It's interesting that I forgot we even had the Shell Bell on this thing. We've hit this thing with so many attacks, and we just now gotta heal from it. So we are so close to killing this thing. Why is this healing now? That's very interesting. I don't know. I thought Shell Bell was every time you did damage, but I guess it's a chance every time you do damage. It must be. It just seems very odd. I haven't got a single one. But with that, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that is her final Mon. I believe we done it. I believe that we have done it. There it is. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our journey through the Kalos region is finally coming to a close, and we get to walk out of here as champions, which is... It's a good feel. I was nervous for this fight. I was nervous going into the Elite Four because leading up to the Elite Four, we had a couple episodes there where it was very, very rough. We lost a lot of really good Mons, really good quality team members that we have had for a very long time, and we lost Burry, the very first fight of the Elite Four, to a why not. So I was slightly concerned about the ending of this lock, but here we are. It feels so good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get our team registered in the history books forever. Forever and ever in the lore of this channel. I want to thank all of y'all for joining me on this journey. Our second series here. Second Pokemon LP coming to an end. It's kind of cool. We got more stuff planned, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of, I don't know. It has been a fun time indeed. Let's take a look at our members. Hall of Fame. First off, we got Vandy. Look at him. Reincarnated, came back from the dead, and did the thing. Offline the Heatran. So beautiful. Lori, we didn't even lose Lori once that last battle. Mr. George, King George himself. Burry, you did your thing. You tried. You tried. And Keegan. I love this music too. There it is. There it is. We've done it. We've done it. Alright. Well, again, just thank you guys so much for all the support you've shown me and this series throughout the last, I think it's been like month and a half that we've been doing this. It really does mean a lot. And, you know, on to the next one. On to the next one. Oh, that's right. We do get a parade and stuff. All right. Well, you know what? I think for fun, since we're here, we might as well do a little parade and soak in the moment, you know? And then I think we get thrown right into a battle with AZ. It's kind of cool. I don't know if any other games did this, but like, I love the slow march. Look at him. I don't know if any other game like parades you around after you like become champions and like, you know, save the world. I think everyone's like, thanks, man. See you later. Bye. Like, we actually got a whole ceremony. We got a whole, you know, we got the entire Kalos region here looking at us. What an amazing turnout. All of these people are here to celebrate your accomplishments. I'd like to present you with the honor of Kalos for the bravery. I can't even read it. They're going too fast for me. I am so proud of you all. Thank you, you dashing Professor you. On behalf of the entire Kalos region, I'd like to say... What would you like to say? Thank you. Yes. Very theatrical. Very theatrical. Even though... those 5 people up there didn't do diddly squat. That's okay. It's fine. All right, AZ. I guess we'll take you on. And, you know, honestly, we beat the Nuzlocke. The Nuzlocke is over. I think we're just going to use everyone on the team that we have at this point. The goal of these challenges is to become the champion, and we became the champion. So we're just going to go, at AZ with our full strength. I want to know what a trainer is. It's kind of weird to think that, like, they didn't have trainers probably back when he was, like, king, you know? Yo, I actually love the fact this is silence right here. I think the entire battle is like this, too. There's another game that does this. I think it's Pokemon Coliseum or XD. One of them, like, the final fight is just silence. And I actually think it's a really cool, like, addition. Because it just adds, I think it adds a lot to the, I don't know, the ambiance of it. Alright, so we got a Gible out here on the field. And I think I'm just going to go for a power-up punch against the little boy. Obviously, we're going to take some rough skin damage, which is okay. But I do want to see... Oh, I think probably is what? Dragon Rage, something else. Dragon Rush. Okay, we can eat that. We can eat that. You're just a Gible. You're just a Gible. Alright, let's go for... We could go for another power-up punch if we wanted to. Let's just hit this thing with a strength. I'm actually not sure what for strength. I actually should have gone for a crunch, but we're +1, and we're a Vandy, so I'm not too worried about it. Down goes Zigibble. Greninja's going to come out. Obviously, we're going to switch out on this thing. And I kind of actually want to go into George here. We could go into Bury. Like I said, Nuzlocke's over. Nuzlocke's done with. But I think I'm just going to go into George. I feel like this Greninja, I'm not sure what level I'm not sure the levels he's going to have. I'm sure it's going to be 60 and above. But I'm not sure, like, if this is going to be, like, 68 or, you know, like, almost 70 or something wild like that. All right, Greninja. How about you take this return, please? Transform in a normal type. Interesting. Very interesting. I forgot about that. I forgot about that ability. Okay. Well, regardless, that does so much damage. George is not playing around. I guess Greninja's defenses are kind of booty. The silence is actually, like, I like it. I think, obviously, like I said, it adds, like, kind of some dramatic flair to the battle, but it's kind of unsettling right now. All right, we are just missing our returns right now. I'd really like if we can maybe, I don't know, hit them. All right, there's a Hydro Pump. It's not going to do a thing. There we go. We finally hit our return. Greninja goes down. Get a little Shell Bell recovery. Get a little recovery up in here, and Alakazam is going to come out. We're going to stay in because we got Crunch. I'm going to try to not use the Mons that fainted. I'm just saying that, like, if we really have to, like, I'm not, like, too worried about it. Like I said, Nuzlocke is done. The challenge is done. This is kind of like, this is like extra. This is like the non-canon movie, you know, that Pokemon seems to love so much. Alright, Crunch is going to come out and does, in fact, take this Alakazam out. That's what I like to see. That's some power, George. King George coming in and doing it again. What is next? A Grimer? We're going to go into... Where's Vandy? There he is. We're going to go into Vandy, and we're going to hit this thing with an Earthquake. Short and sweet. Alright, Mr. Grimer. Dude, I really like Grimer. I don't know why. Even as a young kid, like... I know I understand he's a pile of poison goo. I don't know. I just kind of like him. I liked him and Muck a lot. I feel like Muck was an underrated mon. Alright, Grimer goes down. I think it was actually playing like... Pidgeotto wants to come out now. Do we have... Let's go to Lori here. Lori didn't get to see any screen time in the champion fight. So, let's send Lori out here. What could be one last time. And let's go for an Ice Beam. I feel like the reason I liked Muck and Grimer is when I first saw the 3D sprites in XD and Coliseum. I just thought it was really cool. Like, he's like the drip that he has, like off his wrists and stuff, off his arms. I don't know. I thought it was just cool. Slowbro wants to come out, and I'm going to go into George because we got the nice and powerful Crunch. And George has honestly been a star on this final leg of this Nuzlocke, dude. He has come through and done the absolute most work, I think, out of anyone else on the team. That's still on the team currently. Here comes a Psychic. We're going to soak that up. And I'm not sure if this Crunch is going to one-shot, but I feel like it should two-shot this thing. And it is going to. As long as that wasn't like a high roll, we're going to get a super low roll or something. We go for the Crunch. It does go for withdraw. Okay, so that might not take this thing out. It might be one more turn away from the official end. of this Nuzlocke challenge. There's Shell Bell, and I think that, ladies and gentlemen, George is going to close this battle out. Here comes the crunch. Boom. Boom, bada bing. There it goes. Whew. Alright. We made it through, and we didn't use any of the mons that we lost in the last fight, so that's actually pretty cool. We pretty much only used 3 mons, and we did it. I love it. You love to see it. Look at him smiling. Look at that smile. Alright, thank you very much for battling with me. I now finally feel free. Free from the part of me mirrored in sorrow. The part of me that built the ultimate weapon. I can't skip any of this, but that's okay. I actually forgot all about this cutscene. Oh, this is so touching. His Flowlet is coming back. Look at him. The dramatic reunion. So adorable. He's so happy. He's so happy. I love it. I love it. It's been 3,000. Can y'all imagine waiting 3,000 years for someone or something to like come back to you? Like that's I don't know. That's just got to be soul crushing to wait that long for something. We thought waiting for Gen 4 remakes was bad. Imagine waiting 3,000 years for something. Like holy crap. All right. Well, at this point, I feel like we're kind of just prolonging the end here. The credits should get rolling here in a moment, I would think. So, there it is. Look at that. The final scene. So touching. Well, as the Lumiose City fades off into the sunset, I want to thank y'all so much for watching and so much for joining me on this adventure. We will be back real soon with the next series, but it really does mean a lot. We've grown a lot sub-wise and just support-wise over the last, you know, I think it's been about a month and a half since we started this series. So thank you guys so much for every like, every comment, every new sub. Welcome. And here's to bigger and better things. I had a lot of fun with this one, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So until then, have the best morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you when you're watching this video. Just make it the best it can possibly be, and I will see you next time.